AskReddit by Stupid Idiot Face. What current trend will be the most regrettable 20 years from now? Posting about almost every aspect of your life on social media. I posted some pretty cringe shit as a kid that is still floating around somewhere, and that was before social media became big. I can't imagine what it's going to be like now. Imagine one day your descendants' school homework will be to write a report on you, using your social media profile. Haha, yikes. I think people are just starting to regret naming their kids Daenerys and Sansa. I work in a business where kid name trends are a part of daily life, and man, names like Daenerys and Sansa are the tip of the iceberg. There are some batshit awful parents out there, and it's a lot more than I imagined. Quirky misspelling of names. Yes, hi, my name is Alexander, with 3 Z's, a T, and a Q. Too much plastic surgery, fillers and botox on young people. Agree. Def the overinflated lip trend and filler and giant fake butts. Those eyebrows. Holy shit, there's no way that your kids won't be horrified by those weird eyebrows. Sharpie brows, yeah, be prepared. That shit is gonna haunt you forever. Ignoring criminal acts by politicians. Defending criminal acts by politicians. Ape NFTs. That's already regrettable. Mayo didn't even last a year and they're all down like 95%. Posting way too much information or pictures of your toddlers and children on social media. It will stay on the internet forever and some of the posts will be very embarrassing later on. It isn't like the kid really understands or consents to have their pics posted to social media. I was always wondering how this will age. I think it will just be more of a no one cares scenario. It was common for people to post baby and little kid pictures on Facebook 15 years ago. Now those kids are finishing high school and no one cares. Or it can go the MySpace route where they are lost to obscurity. I remember I had a mishaps friend who would post pictures of her little kids that were like 2 and 5 at the time. Now they are 20 and 23. Their old pictures were lost to obscurity. Letting companies freely track our online behaviors. Cruel pranks on strangers for views. I don't think it'll die so easy. People did it way before and will continue doing it. A lot of parenting and schooling trends will change. Just look at now vs 20 years ago. Gentle parenting is big right now. The idea is fine, but it leads to permissive parenting in most of the cases I work with in daycare and as a nanny. Not telling children no like ever. Not letting them fail. It's going to lead to a lot of anxiety and stress in future children when things don't go great. Although it's been getting better, I still think the amount of homework some kids get is ridiculous. Especially younger children. I nanny a 4-year-old. She's still in pull-ups and learning how to wipe. She doesn't need homework from preschool. Don't know what it's like now, but when I was in high school, late zeros early 10s, the homework situation was ridiculous. It wasn't uncommon for each class to give out an hour of homework a night. Multiply that by 6 classes, plus all the extracurriculars many kids are forced into by their parents, and there are literally not enough hours in the day for them to eat, shower, get enough sleep, let alone socialize and enjoy being kids. We told our teachers this multiple times, and their response was always, your other classes are not my problem. Log onto your MySpace accounts and let us know. What's sad is I learned to code so much random stuff for my page. Making my top 8 a top 10, adding backgrounds, music, inserting pictures. Now I know nothing about coding, lol. Pollution. Putting your entire life on social media. The good news is that I think the zeitgeist has already shifted. Have you looked at LinkedIn? Please take a look at a LinkedIn lunatics. Using F-150s as office commuting vehicles. Had a brain fart and thought an F-150 was a jet. I remembered it's a truck a second later, but at least the visual was kinda funny. $1,200 sneakers. Vlogging every minute of your life and posting the clips on social media 20 years later, the cringe will be real. The eyelashes. The fucking eyelashes that look like you literally have pieces of licorice hanging from your eyelids. Being a bad person to other people because that's how I am. When those people understand that they can be better, most of their closest people will already want nothing with them. This. Someone I know is a bitch to everyone on purpose. Their words, not my own. And my friend and I got so sick of them being like that we banged them from the server. Like it got to the point where we'd just be talking and the person would say stfu for no reason at all. They try to justify it with trauma, but trauma isn't an excuse to be a shitty person. Single-use plastics. Why is this not higher up? This is the one that's going to get us, y'all. Our grandchildren are going to think we were monsters because every piece of food we ever ate came in a plastic bag that we threw away. It's going to be like how we feel about people in the 50s throwing barrels of nuclear waste into the ocean. Where did you think it was gonna go? Hopefully school shootings. Shitting out multiple fidget spinners at once. I'm afraid to ask. Vaping at a young age. Studies are already coming out on the dangers of vaping in the short term. I can't imagine what will be shown with long-term studies. Trying to label everyone or place everyone into a category, and implying that any one category is better than others. Let's go back to that equality thing. We're all just humans. Facial features, duck lips and cheek balls. Neck and face tattoos. And if you've added the current fashion mullet, take a lot of pictures of yourself, please. This is what I was thinking of. I'm heavily tattooed and I have nothing against any placement, even face and neck. But I can't help noticing kids around 20 years old getting neck and face tattoos in a very similar style while living a life where their only asset is social media interaction. I surely am. Old man yells at a cloud meme at this moment. I have no idea what the future is going to be, but that trend certainly seems to have a high likelihood of regret by the time these kids hit their late 30s, early 40s. Mayo, every trend we have currently is going to have people cringing at themselves in the next 10-20 years, just like the older gens did when they grew up, lol. I don't think there will be one singular regrettable trend, but the lack of any good ones. We will look back and have ton of memories, but there will be a lack of any lasting substantial trends. Everything dies so quickly on the internet, you are lucky if they lasted a whole month. There is almost too much variety in everything to have a collective culture anymore. Nothing persists. Constantly seeking validation from internet strangers. There's no reason to think feedback loops are going to magically disappear in 20 years. Every online platform is set up to entice you to enter into theirs, and they are pretty effective, and every big company's bread and butter. It's not people who are vapid for wanting validation, that's just how the internet and the human mind work. I hope BBLs. That weird licking your lips while recording yourself in selfie mode. Switching democracy for autocracy. It will be a nightmare and I think too many people won't wake up until it's too late. Suddenly we won't be able to vote out politicians who lie and cheat and steal from the taxpayers or make harmful laws. It will take so much more for us to get it back, if that could even happen. The eroding of human rights. Lip filler. How are they gonna look 20 years from now? Cryptocurrency will be known as a 21st century gold rush.